Well guys, finally it is here. Got ourselves a heavy duty bumper for the back of the TL12. It's made by Precision Armor. I'll put a link below for their Facebook page. Hit them up. The 12 on a job today, so I got her thrown in the back of the truck. Let's go install it on the machine right now. All right, well Dad's up there working on that. We got that tree of oaks, and this one needs to be removed. And then we got to follow that big one once the wind cools off. But describe what this new bumper here is. Now originally when we got this machine, it's got a pretty big heavy duty spot to chain down. Backing into stuff's not a problem down there. But up here, every once in a while you catch something. And we don't want to do that anymore. Plus there's no winch back here, and it needs a little bit to offset the 3,000 pound mulcher head on the front. So we need a little bit of counterweight. So that's where this came into play. I've been wanting to make one of these for a while now, and I just kept putting it off, and then I was like, I'm gonna look it up, see if anybody else makes one of these. So Tommy, and so this is a family owned business that makes these, and they have several TL12s themselves, and they make these for other skid steers as well. So I figured, you know what, reach out to them, and it turns out they actually watch my videos, so that was pretty neat. But this thing is, they said if you bend this thing, you're not going to be the one to tell the story, because it is built heavy duty. It's going to bolt right onto the back, coming with the hardware. It's got spots to put counterweights already on the back of the machine, and we're going to use that one, and the same thing on the opposite side. We're going to mount that bad boy up. I might need to bring the excavator over here, because that thing does weigh 300 pounds. The ratchet in there. Line her up. What is it? You got anti-seize on everything. That looks pretty stout on there, though.
If you remember back there, she's sticking out even farther.
Looks like the 12's got some authority now. Just got to get them bolt holes to line up. These ones pretty tight fit over there as they bolt on the machine, but over here they got them slotted so you can get a little wiggle room. Yes. Looky here, we got a spot to put a winch. Had to. This little spot on the 12, I don't know why they have a that plate I had to take off right there. Well, that always feels full of junk, but that'll give us access to hydraulics, so we can steal hydraulics off of the secondary to put a hydraulic winch back here. Shall we choose? Which, that's one of the perks of this particular bumper. We got to smack her hard though. For the beans, she ain't going nowhere. Oh yeah. Oh, overshot it. Tap her from that side. Oh, maybe he didn't overshoot it. Go for it. Okay. Come over here and tap her inwards. Try hitting it on this thing. It'll hit it straight in. Hit her one more time, just a little.
Looks like it's getting.
Oh, hang on. Alright, let me get bolt. One over there, I didn't know that was short. One for the and we just gotta get that one. Okay, she's close. Yep. Almost. Yeah.
Want me to smack that piece inwards?
No, it's good right here. This one's fine. I can move this thing back and forth. We just need to,
If I smack this piece that way.
that thing won't go anywhere.
Oh, you got it tight?
Yeah, it doesn't have any slop in these. Needed 8 bolts, only had 6. I don't know if they got lost in shipping or what the heck. But thanks to my old trusty iPhone, it didn't time lapse the whole thing. We got her on there. Just muscled it, 300 pounds. Feeling, did you eat your Wheaties today or think about your Wheaties? She's on there. Let's pull the pins and see how the swing motion works. And then we got one more thing to install. So you pull those 2 pins on this side, the bumper hinges out of the way so you can open up the back door.
Take them off and this has rounded here, but not here.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that works out good though. Look at that, I got her first try. I'm pretty happy with how it fits.
Yeah.
A little bit of tweaking, she good. So now we got one more thing from them. There's a couple Achilles heels to this machine, one being the hydraulics are kind of exposed right there and the back was exposed. We took care of the back, so let's get rid of this bar and put this thing on there. Oh yeah. Hey, watch the drip. Came with different bolts for that, I think. Boom, boom. Get her?
We got enough.
All right, grab the bar. Oh, we lost one.
My dart.
Gee, that looks like a spider.
Oh. Where do you go, buddy? Go to your hole.
Gee, you said it goes like 70 feet in the air?
72. I haven't been up that high.
Where's the other one at there, amigo?
You gotta work your way up. Start at 10,
Start at 10.
15.
Start at 10, go back to 9.
Yeah.
It's,
Okay.
when you get very high and you grab a branch and you pull it and it's right there, it just goes,
You push in on this a little bit.
just moves all
Right
over.
here. Push, not tap. Hold it. You gotta hold it.
That way. Is it hit something? You gotta find the exact opposite way it leans. Okay. And pull that way. 'Cause the thing's right over here.
All right. New extra handle. I'll run this for a little while before I close out this video so we can see how all this stuff handles. I know it's going to handle like outstanding. This is like about 1/4 inch thick. It's going to be way better than that bar. Just protects all your valving right there and still gives you good access on the other side. We got the quick snaps right here, the standards, the flat face couplers, and then we got Stucci's right here. We can still get in there, get a wrench on those if we need those, or screw together. Those will work so much better on high pressure stuff. And this thing is 3/8 thick. That right there, that's what this is made out of. It is very strong. They said they went through a couple trial runs before. They're like, you know what, we just need thick, and that's what we got is thick. I think for how much time it would have taken me to design one of these up and build it myself, I'm happy I just called them. Again, Precision Armor. Put their link in the description below. You can call them fellers up. Good guys. Appreciate them. Make doing business easy. Look at, just step back on it. Look at the 12 now. Looks like more of a stout forestry machine. This is a forestry package, which is just the cage on the roof. But now it's official. All right, guys. Let's get this thing fired up so I can get in it without dying because the sun is cooking. Get a lot of people asking me how I like this machine, how it's been holding up. The Takeuchi TL12 R2 and why I got the R2 instead of the V2. The V2 would be the vertical lift. V2 had a lot more open area back there for debris to get into and didn't really suit the application because it's about 80% of the time it has a mulcher head on it, so I didn't see any benefit in that. Plus, the rumor is it takes a little bit more hydraulic power away from the head to lift the arms versus just the standard function right there. But this thing has done great. Has not overheated. Hydraulics, they ran great. Engine temp ran great. Even 100+ degree weather, it does great. Except for the air condition. I wish it was a little touch bit more aggressive. But she's done awesome. I didn't get to run it the other day since we added the counterweight / bumper on the rear. A couple bolts fell out in shipping. I got to put those in. I bought a couple at hardware store. So I'm going to test it out right here on this stuff and see how it does. It's a decent little slope right here. The problem is it's a 3,000 pound mulcher head up front, so it gets a little nose heavy when you're pointed downhill. And then once you get nose heavy, you lose traction, and it's actually gotten stuck on a couple of situations. So adding, what, 300 pounds to the back, something like that, should help. And if we add a winch, it'll add a little bit more weight. And the overall machine weighed like 16,000 pounds before, 15, 16, something like that. First spot. It's livable in here. Windshield wiper. We need to get a microfiber in here and clean the windshield off. We're only on a little, it's crank. Machine's got almost 350 hours on it now. We did have one leak, the sight glass for hydraulics. We put in like 2 little gaskets on it. Global hooked us up, so it was no big deal. Just leaked a little bit more, trying to fix it. Cut the head on. This is a DEF machine, so you're supposed to run it wide open, but I let it run half throttle until it gets, the whole system warmed up. Right now, it's a full dump trailer load right there. Ground it up in 3 minutes. Right here is where, if we're on a smaller job, I just throw the brush in the dump trailer and bring it home, and I just mulch it up at a later time. So I've mulched here quite a few rounds with this machine, and I can definitely tell that it's got a little bit of weight back there. Let's mess around with some of these little slopes. Because there's a spot, I didn't film it when he actually made it back up it, but he tried to do it again and the front sank. But alright. No, not quite enough. Normally this machine can't back up anything worth a damn. So we'll see if it'll go up this. Like, this is pretty damn steep. Holy crap. Alright, I'll take the camera out there so you guys can see that. There's no way the machine would have went back up that without that bumper back there for counterweight. That's pretty damn steep right there. I don't know if the camera really, who cares? I know it's steep. I know the machine wouldn't have really liked to do that before, so let's get you guys set up there. Not gonna lie, it's very surprising what the little 300 pounds amount of weight back there helps. It helps out so much, because this slope right here, this part, you saw it went up and down that several times. It didn't have that much trouble. I did it a couple times before I even put the camera down here. Had trouble over there, but comment below your guys' guess on the grade. Let's fire up the old app here and we'll see what the angle is and the percentage, because don't fall. It's kind of steep. Come on, let's get a good spot here. About 50% right there, it says in the bottom right. Let's go over here to the spot that it had trouble with. I'm having trouble standing on it, to say that much. 57, 58% says down there. I'll say this right now, that machine would not back up that without that bumper on there. So I'm pretty happy to say that. It's a little things that if this would have been an option from the dealer or anything of this class, because at first we were like, let's just get some counterweights, but a counterweight doesn't provide you any protection towards this. You can see after 350 hours, we got a dent here, dent there, and this little guy took a dinger. That's just because you're on a hill slope, stuff happens. But now, and you can also see the bumper from the camera, so you know where the ass of the machine is. Now we got both exposed parts protected. We got guard on the hydraulic quick connects and the back here, because that was like its Achilles, was back here. Again, this comes from Precision Armor. I'll put a link for their Facebook page in the description, as well as Global Machinery. That's where the 12 came from, and the mulcher head. So if I had the option to add that straight from the dealer, 100% I would say yes, throw it on the machine, because that completes like the forestry package of it. You got a roof guard, your ops fops, and then you need a bumper on the back that you can add a winch to, shall you decide to later on. But I love that machine. That thing is awesome. But we'll see you guys on the next one. Comment below your guys' thoughts. If you guys have ran anything similar to this, a different brand, let me know. Put it in the comments below, and we will see you guys on the next one. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.